I've been scrolling through auction sites for weeks looking for the right car. Not just another listing, but something that actually felt worth taking a chance on. And this isn't my first time buying a car from the auction either. My 2015 Infiniti Q50 started the same way. I just saw a car online with a lot of potential. And after a lot of hard work, it went from this to this. So this time I wanted to find another platform that I could build, document, and bring back to life with my own taste. That's when I came across this 2013 Audi S5. And from the auction photos, it caught my attention right away. It looked like it had a lot of potential, but at the same time, the auction photos only show you so much. So I placed a bid, I waited it out, and somehow I ended up winning. Now that it's here, it's time to see what we really got ourselves into.
We just picked up this 2013 Audi S5 from Copart. And by no means is this car perfect.
Oh yeah, it's definitely far from perfect because upon expecting this car when I got it, I realized the front end had way more damage than I expected. From missing parts on the front bumper to the fenders being out of place, which prevented the door from opening. And well, the quarter panel damage, it was worse than what I thought.
And as you guys can see, this is a run and drive vehicle. That's why I picked it up. So when I received this car from the auction, I did three things. First, I removed the red taillight tint that was there. Second, I had to tape up the mirror because it's just held on by tape. And third, which honestly scared me, I had to figure out how to close the sunroof on this car. Because looking at the auction photos, it looked like it was stuck open. But when I came inside the vehicle to see if the sunroof closed, yeah, it actually closed. You just have to hold it for a little long. And while this is my first German car, for a 2013, the interior is pretty nice on this car. I mean, you have the flat top steering wheel, the brown leather seats, the S5 shift knob, and mine even came with CarPlay, which I know it isn't stock, so the previous owner added that. And just all over the car, you know it's an S5. And while looking around the car, I stumbled upon this, the original sticker for this car.
You could see that in 2013, this car was worth $62,000. It's actually equipped with a sport differential, which is a good thing.
But as you guys could see, that the main damage area is on this quarter panel right here. You can see that the body line got absolutely crushed in the accident. We even have a few damages right here. The door needs a little bit of work, and unfortunately, our fender got bent because this door does not open all the way. When we try to open it, this is all it opens, and as you can see, it is hitting the fender. So first things first, let's try to remove this piece right here to further expose some of the damages. Okay, so we got this piece off. Let's put this to the side. Oh. Okay, so this is held on by some adhesive.
So I went ahead, I took a torch to it, I started heating up the adhesive, and it was slowly coming off. But little did I realize I was just ripping off the clips. So we're probably gonna have to end up sourcing this part on eBay. Rookie mistake.
One thing that I did notice was the car honestly takes forever for it to reach its ideal temperature, which is about halfway. So I'm assuming the thermostat is going out. So if anybody in the comments could let me know, I would really appreciate that. But let's go ahead and get this car flipped around. Okay, so we got her flipped around now, and now we could address the damages further. I believe this is called the rocker panel, but as you can see, the rocker panel got pushed in really bad. And yeah, you could tell from back there as well. I think the first thing I want to try to tackle on this car is trying to fix this fender alignment. When we open up the hood, it hits the fender, and as you can see, the paint is chipping right there. The fender is pushed all the way up to the A-pillar. So let's see.
And I guess engineering wise, lug bolts make more sense, but come on, I think it's a stupid design. Alright, so removing the fender liner should be pretty easy, and that's because, well, we're missing our fender liner.
Okay, so inspecting the car, you could actually see our frame is actually still straight, so that is good news. So instead of replacing this, we're just gonna end up fixing it. For the meantime, let's get back to work. So quick update on the Audi. We got the fender bolts loose right now, so we need to do a little bit more adjusting to this fender, pull that gap right there, and then hopefully just send this off to the body shop and this should be fixed.
But before I decided to take it to the body shop, I wanted to see if maybe I could do it. And I clearly have no experience when it comes to body work, as you could clearly tell. Yeah, I should definitely be wearing a mask and some safety glasses. But grinding down the paint to bare metal is pretty self-explanatory, so I think I got this.
So it's the next day now, and we have some good updates for the Audi. So yesterday we installed this cover right here, which is going to need to be painted later, but we actually fixed the fender gap, and now the door fully opens. This is the first time I've seen this car fully open. So all the footage that you guys saw was all the way from February when we purchased the car. It is currently April, and well, let me show you guys what the car looks like right now. And here's how the Audi sits. We're gonna have to move it on this side because right now the Q50 is in the way, but let's get a cold start of the Q50 while we're at it. And now it's the Audi's turn. Yeah, this car is definitely gonna need an exhaust soon. But at least the intake sounds good. Take a listen to this. You cannot tell me that supercharger doesn't sound good. All right, so let's move the Audi right here. Okay, so I know the Audi looks very rough, but as you guys can see, whoa, we got the damage out. And it still needs a little bit more body work. We have some high spots right here. As you can see, we pulled out the quarter from back there. It was just locked. We still have a little bit more pulling to do on this area so we could close that gap a little more, but we can no longer fit a finger in between the door now. And then we also marked up a few spots on the bumper and around the car that needs a little bit more attention so we could fix it. But while we're at it, let's just go ahead and swap this mirror because it honestly bothers me that the car is still like this. All right, so we got it off. And we picked up this part from eBay about 2 months ago, so hopefully this does fit. I mean, the connectors look the same, but there's only one way to find out. All right, so if I'm correct, it should just come off. Oh, we got it.
So we went ahead and reinstalled the brand new mirror that we got from eBay, and at this point I didn't even know if it was going to fit. Well, we connected it back and it went back into the module.
All right, so let's turn on the car to see if it actually worked. Okay, so we got the car on and no errors, but the real question is, will it actually work? So let's go ahead and move it and see if it works. Oh my God, it works. But I wonder if it works if we slap it into reverse, if it tilts down. Oh my God. I'm so glad that worked. We had that mirror sitting for about 2 months, so I was outside the return window, but luckily it worked. All right, so let's swap out this bumper, and I believe we just take it off by pulling it off.
Well, at least that's what I thought. I quickly realized that it was held in by some screws from the top and the bottom, and that the bumper was going to have to come off.
Now we can actually secure this front grille. Oh shoot, I just realized that we're missing one more thing before we could fully secure this on. Because what's an Audi S5 without the S5 logo? So let's go ahead and slap that thing on. Well, 20 minutes later, it actually didn't fit. This is what I get from purchasing it from AliExpress. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need a different one. All right, so let's mock up this piece now. There's no way it goes on like that. Yeah, the things that hold on these tabs pretty much just broke off the bumper. Yeah, so we messed with it for about an hour now and we couldn't get it on. Looks like the sun is coming down, so let's put the bumper back on and call it a day. So like I said before, unfortunately these fog light covers do not fit. I'm not sure if because maybe the bumper was bent, they're just not simply clipping in at all. But oh my God, this looks so good. And stay tuned for next episode because, well, we got a sponsorship from Raxify. Yes, this car is actually getting wrapped. So stay tuned. We're gonna finish off the bodywork and we're gonna wrap this car. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I just wanna say thank you so much for being a part of this journey. We have a lot more things coming for this car, so stay tuned.